So now to introduce the shy and not very retiring gentleman who is the speaker of today. There is no DNA on this to know what it really is like to be a Rotarian, if he bleeds blue or not. But Mike joined Rotary in 2010, and since then he's been involved in numerous kinds of activities here. Count among them the Red Badge, the Program Committee, the Awards Committee, served as the club secretary, and then decided at the same time, well, how about if I do something with the district, 5450? So he's been a district trainer for 3 years, trained over 200 of the district's club presidents, including all of the assistant governors. He's a facilitator and vice chair of the Rotary Leadership Institute, affectionately known as RLI, to those that would rather have letters than the full words. He did that for 5 years and specialized in teaching the course on strategic planning. And he follows me as president in July. So welcome, Mike Brady.
So you can hear me, right? All right, great. So I'd like to talk about how proud I am to be a Rotarian, a Boulder Rotary Club Rotarian, and your club president-elect. We're all volunteers. I am and you are, and presumably we all join for different reasons, and the reason why we stay, whether it's community service, fellowship, business networking, or you just want to get away for a couple of hours on a Friday afternoon. I've heard it's the best place to be. Whatever the reasons we are here and why we're staying, we need to be proud of the organization that we're a part of and proud of the contribution that we're making. First, I want to talk about Boulder Rotary, past, present, and future. And this is important because starting this July, it is our 100th year, our centennial year. And it feels like a gift to us. It allows us to look at where we've come from, what has worked and what hasn't worked. It allows us to focus and to become together. What is the impact that we're having right now, and what's the impact that we might want to make over the next 100 years? So let's talk a little bit about Boulder's past. Boulder Rotary started in 1919. And in 1919, there were 4 disgruntled Lion members who heard that Rotary was an organization they should check out, and they did. And Boulder Rotarians are so practical. See, in 1919, Pearl Street was still a dirt road, okay? And periodically there were horses and horse manure and flies. And so our first charitable project was distributing fly strips in downtown Boulder. From that humble beginning, we now have incredible literacy programs, scholarship, numerous local and international projects. We are known as one of the most generous with our money and our time clubs in the district, in a district that is known as one of the most generous in the world. And since 1919, we have a tradition, we have a proud history of bringing together civic and business and nonprofit leaders together in friendship so they can know one another and to talk and to get things done. If they're not talking, less gets done in our community. And this club has given $1.5 million to the Rotary Foundation, which has done an incredible amount of good in our world over the last 100 years, and most recently in the last 30 years, the push to eradicate polio. And if we're able to do that, when we're able to do that, that'll be the second disease after smallpox that we've been able to eradicate. I've only been a Rotarian for 8 years, and that's something that I am very proud of. So we're a club of 220 members. In some years, we've been more. In some years, we've been less. But 220 is where we are right now. We have incredible new members. And if our membership trends continue, we will be a bigger club at the end of the year than we are right now. I'm proud that we're an expanding club. We're meeting in the best and newest location in the whole city. This location has lots of light and energy and class. This is a place that I'm proud to bring my family and guests to. I love it here. We have lots of projects in diverse areas, interesting members from all different walks of life, a good works budget of over $100,000 a year, and a 100-year celebration next year. So yeah, I'm pretty excited, okay? So let's talk about next year before we talk about the 3-year vision. In the year starting July 2018, we will have lots of opportunity for fellowship, service, and giving. 100 years, Boulder Rotary Club. In July of this year, we'll have the wine to water at the View of the World, where we had it last year, and every year it is fun. Our signature event will be Saturday, November 6th at the historic Boulderado. And it'll be and the committee chair is Joanna Kane, who's doing an incredible job. It's a 1920s theme. It's actually a 1919 theme, but Roaring Twenties is a lot easier to say. It's a lot peppier. But of course, we're going to continue to have lots of happy hours, Rotary Comes Home, Boulder Dinner Theater, lots of opportunity for fun while still doing good. But because this is our 100th year, we'll have an extra 1 in 100-year fundraising campaign. And under the leadership of John and Lena Kotke, a power couple, if I ever met them, we are committed to raising $100,000 for 100 years. Okay, that's going to be our theme as we do fundraising next year. And under their leadership, we've identified 3 major areas that we feel that we can make a huge impact. The first are big physical projects, something that will be around our community for many years and many decades to come. The Boulder Rotary Club Board has approved $50,000 for a mindfulness garden at the medical pavilion at the expanding Boulder Community Health. This is a hospital that does incredible things in our community and has for decades, and just like us. And it's a great partnership, a mindfulness garden. We will also have an outdoor hydration station, okay? Water bottle filling station, drinking fountain, etc. But they are outside near the Civic Center that is being redeveloped, Scott Carpenter Park, and East Boulder Rec Center. And lastly, from a physical projects, we have the Peace Park in the being redeveloped Civic Park. It's just west of Broadway, you know, there near the library where that bridge goes over the creek. Each one of these projects is proud to be associated with, and they will last for many decades, okay? So we should be proud to be associated with them. The fact that we're also going to have our name associated with each one of them helps enhance the image of this club and hopefully encourage other people to say, wow, who is that Boulder Rotary Club that donated these water hydration systems, who did this mindfulness garden, who has helped with this Peace Park. We are movers and shakers in this community, and hopefully everyone will know that. The second major push from the Centennial Committee is a service project, okay, some sweat equity, to get out into our community and not just write checks, but also get our hands dirty. Yesterday we had a Centennial Committee, and we saw some great proposals. And I wish I could stand here today and tell you which one we chose, but you're going to have to stay tuned for another meeting because each one of them were incredible. We're just about to select one that will be able to bring all of us together and so that we can do some really hard work here in our community. And then lastly, it's not all about physical projects, it's not all about our sweat equity, it's also about a celebration. Almost 1 year from now, April 6th of 2019, we will have a big celebration, okay? Just think about it. This is not going to be a fundraiser. This will be a celebration of our 100 years, and of course, looking forward to the next 100 years as well. If everyone here was to bring their significant other, we'd have 200 people already. Okay? So it's very possible, I would even say very probable, that we will have 250 to 400 people. We'll invite past members, past presidents, members of the community, guests, family. This is a great celebration of everything that we've stood for 100 years. The whole year will have a 100-year feel to it, celebrating our history and looking forward to the next 100 years. Let's make it a year to be proud of, and I'm committed that every event will be fun and classy. Once again, something that you would be proud to bring your guests to. So we've talked about the past, we've talked about the present. Let's talk a little bit about the 3-year visioning that happened last month. The 3-year visioning was a 3-hour facilitated meeting and of 25 people. And those 25 people were your elected board of directors, your elected incoming board, your elected officers, the Boulder Rotary Club Foundation chair, the membership chair, and people who have been here for a long time, people who are new members, people who are older, people who are younger. We really strove for a broad cross-section of the club in this particular visioning. And visioning is, and so a strategic plan, visioning is just part of a strategic plan. A strategic plan is composed of 5 different areas. Who are we and where are we? And then the third is, where do we want to go? Number 4 and 5 is, how do we get there? And how do we know when we got there? Okay? But we really focus. So far, we've talked about the past and the present. Who are we and where are we? But this meeting, and even my talk here today, is where do we want to go? Okay, now I know that when I'm done here, someone's going to ask the first question, probably John, and we'll probably ask, well, how are we going to get there, and when are we going to know we're there? And the answer is, we don't know that yet, okay? That's where the fun is putting some feet behind this plan and moving it forward. And that's the responsibility of President Marty Evans, of me as president-to-be, John Sullivan as your president-to-BB, Bill Meyer and Aaron Rete as the chairs of that particular visioning committee. So we are committed to making sure that this moves forward and that you're well informed of what this visioning is. We're a big club, and we can think big, all right? And when everyone pulls together, we can do great things. And so that's what this visioning was all about. So now we've got a little bit of an activity, okay? What you got to do is you got to put your hands right here in front of you like this. Okay, everyone do that. What you're doing is you're grabbing the brim of a hat, okay? And then you're going to go like this. And this is your imagination hat, all right? All right, so this imagination time hat is pretty awesome because you can do any amount of time that you want. But we're only going to do 3 years, okay? So this is your imagination hat. Some of you still have it on. Some of you are just letting it lie there. But that's okay. That's all right. So now that we have the imagination hat on, we're going to talk about what it's like in 2021 as we look back to where we are now. In 2021, we are a club of 250 members. We are a hub of community service and high integrity. We have great weekly programs. I'm going to come right over here. We are diverse in age, thought, experience, cultural, economic perspective. We are a diverse club, and we have defined what that means. We have TED-like community programs with high membership involvement, an active and engaging website. We facilitate productive community dialogue. We have a list of member vocations so that we can promote doing business with fellow Rotarians. We double the number of people, the number of children using Imagination Library. I know some of you will absolutely love that, okay? We expand Rotaract to include junior colleges. We have more collaboration between our youth groups, Rotaract and Interact. We have a massive project for involvement by many members. We have a club visit to an international project. And we have a major project in all 6 areas of focus. From a club fundraising point of view, Boulder Beer Trail, being worked on right now, but that is a part of our fundraising. And then, as part of our visioning, we imagine what would be some other things that we should look at and seriously try to make a reality. A wine and food festival, an artist competition and reception. Boulder Rotary Club Foundation, which is our own club foundation, and the Rotary Foundation. Online giving for the Boulder Rotary Club Foundation so that you can become a sustaining member of our Boulder Rotary Club Foundation. Funds that are administered by the Board of Trustees who are your fellow members, Boulder Rotary Club members. A 100% participation in the birthday fund. You okay with that, George? Yeah, all right, he's got his imagination hat on. Not the cowboy hat, but he's got the imagination hat on. I love it. And every Rotarian every year. If 3 years from now, we have every Rotarian giving money to the Rotary Foundation, if we have online giving, participation in the birthday fund, what that has shown is that you, with your finite amount of donation dollars, have been shown that it is a wise allocation of those monies. Okay, we're doing good things both in the world and here locally, but you get to choose. And so it's the responsibility of those foundations, of the club, to prove to you, to show that it earns your money. And so if we are able to do that 3 years from now, that'll be an incredible thing. From a public relations point of view, we have quarterly news articles of projects with photos. We advertise key meetings through an effective social media. Now, it's now 2021, remember? We have our hats on, it's 2021. And if I describe our club that way, is that something that you would be proud of? I know I could. Okay, that's why I'm a proud Rotarian. That's why I'm a proud Boulder Club Rotarian. I'm honored to be up here. I'm honored to be your president-elect. And it's our job to make this club, all of us pitch in together to make this the best club ever. So thank you very much. So there's one more thing, okay? One more thing. Now, if we've done all of this, it's now 2021, people have to know about it, don't you think? Don't you think we ought to have a place where new people who are not Rotarians yet could find out about us, learn what we're about? We could have newsletters on there, newsletters on some location, maybe photos, a calendar of all the events. Maybe we had a member area where all the Boulder Rotarians could log in and you could email each other and facilitate great committee work. Well, we have something like that. This is the new website that will be rolled out within the week. And what's our first video there? So up here at the top, what is Rotary, how to join, meetings, events, all the calendars, events, documents, everything will be right here through the website. And we're hoping it will be live within a week, okay? If it's not live within a week, this is very important, you might have this tendency to everyone to email me, okay? You are not to do that, all right? We are going to put this up as quickly as we can, all right? But there's some technical things, but we want to make sure. You will also all receive your login and username and password and some great promotional video, not promo videos, but instructional videos on how to use the member-only area. Okay? And so we're going to do what we can so that this brings us all together and that you're well informed as well. This was done over the last year and a half. I'm just proud that I get to roll it out from the tech committee, which was started by Bill Meyer and continued with Nate and with Gary Kahn and Chad brought it over the goal line and Marion Jarris. So a lot of people came together in order to make this happen, okay? That is all my time here today to talk with you. So therefore, I would love to open it up and to any questions you might have. Yes?
Mike, I just want to ask if are you really sure you want to be president of this club?
I'm 100% sure. Why? So that's an interesting question. Let me talk about that. I'm in the financial planning world and the wealth management business, and we joke that some of the most difficult clients you have are your family members because the pressure is up because they feel that they can talk to you at Thanksgiving dinner if anything's not going right, okay? From my point of view, you're all my friends, so I want to do a really good job because the pressure's up. You know, the pressure's on, and so I'm ready, and I'm hoping to do a good job. So, next question.
Oh, here's a question.
Peter. No. That's a great idea. Wish I could figure out how to do that, but no, you'll get a new one. Yes, you can change it once you have it on. Yeah, the plan is to send out an email with your username and password, and of course a way that you go up to that member area there, stuff like that. But we also want to send your data to you, so you can say, oh, this is not my phone number, this is not my email, you know, that kind of thing. Is there some data scrubbing? Yeah, you know, we need your help on that. It's only as good as the data you give us, so we'll work through that. Yes, Lena? That'll be a part of it. The club directory, you mean like a printed version or something? Yes. So, yes, it's already updated. You guys just don't know that. But what's happened is this. We have Club Runner is a database, and this is another one. This is called DACDB, okay? We've been running both databases with, you know, someone new came in, we would run both databases. All of your bills and everything else comes from the DACDB, which is the new one, while we were maintaining this old one so that we could switch it over. There's technical reasons. Now we're going to get rid of the old one. We can do that. But this data, and this is the only one you had access to, all this data is good and clean, and I'm really excited to share it with you. Meryl.
How do you see the club relating to the district and other clubs in our district?
I actually really like what our district does. I mean, I'm very proud of our district. I've been an executive committee member of the district for many years. I'm not now. And so I'm looking forward to the club helping the district and having the district help us. You know, a lot of us have friends in so many different clubs, and we're only one club, okay? We're not just one club. We are a part of 65 clubs in this district and 32,000 clubs in the world. And it's good for us to remember that. And so the district is here to serve us. Okay, when we need something, they're here to educate us, to train us, but also to facilitate the conversations, if we need it, with some of the other clubs as well. So I'm a big inter-club kind of guy. And it is kind of fortunate that I was a district trainer for the last 3 years. So I trained all the presidents, and they all know me. So that's kind of a nice thing too. Unintended consequence of me training all of them.
Just for everybody here, we are recording this video, so if there's somebody that you normally sit with here at the Rotary meeting that is absent today, when you get the link for the recording, send it to them so that they also know what's going on for the next year.
Yes, and we have been recording these meetings. The meetings will be accessible from the website. Okay, all the newsletters and the old archive. These are all initiatives that the TED committee worked on, and so all the glory goes to Nate and Shad and Marion and all those people who worked, and Bill and stuff. Yes?
Mike, just a quick thing relative to your last comment. I've done a lot of work with churches where we put sermons and everything online. Warn the speakers to be careful of copyright. Because you will get somebody to come in and say they ripped that off from me, or that picture isn't really public domain. They don't care if it's in a meeting, but they do care if it's on the web.
Thank you so much. We actually have each one of the speakers sign a form that gives permission for them. I'll be honest, I don't remember what the form looks like, but it basically says, I'm cool with this, and you can do this under restrictions and stuff like that, so that we have it for our, so we okay, great, thank you. Maybe we'll, is there a lawyer in the building? Maybe we'll have our people look at it. All righty. Anything else?
Thank you talking about the club directory, business directory. That's been a goal for the district for a long time. So as our club develops its business directory, it would be really nice to collaborate with the district in creating a district-wide directory, so that if you're looking for a lawyer in South Denver for your client, you go to the Rotarians who are that. So the hope is that this will expand throughout the entire district.
Excellent. Thank you. Good comment. Anything else?
Yes.
Daryl.
So Mike Brady, what are you looking forward to the most?
Well, the PowerPoints is what I was thinking.
All right, what are you really looking forward to the most during your president year?
What am I looking forward to the most? July 1st, of course, yes. I'm looking forward to every Friday being fun and figuring out how to make each meeting fun and exciting and classy. There's the old joke, what's the difference between a bad haircut and a good haircut? 3 weeks, okay? So here, what's the difference between a meeting that you wanted to improve and one that you can make hit out of the park? I guess 1 week. And so it's kind of nice that I'm kind of looking forward to that, really refining, and hopefully, they'll get better and better as the year goes by. I'm looking forward to that whole experience, because while we talk about of course, the signature event, of course, the wine to water, all of the various centennial fundraising that we'll do as well, the celebration, etc. For many members, this is your big experience, and so we better make sure that it's a good one. So, is that it?
Mike, Mr. Brady, that was a sweet presentation. And I'm looking forward to watching you go as president of our club starting on July 1st. But as you're going, I want you to keep something in mind. If you set the bar too high, as the person who's going to follow your lead, I'm just going to limbo under that bar. So, and I hope that it doesn't create too much of an appearance of impropriety for our club, in your honor, to donate 100 doses of polio vaccine to eradicate polio in the world. Thank you very much for a great presentation.